anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'm absolutely dripping with sweat, so I'm sorry. It's like 34 degrees out, so it's so hot. But anyways, I was gonna do this in little bits and edit it together, but I decided I'm just gonna do it from start to end and hope for the best. So if I stutter or like repeat myself or backtrack, I'm really sorry. Bear with me here. This is really hard to do in general, so yeah, just bear with me. But anyway, so I've recently lost some weight and made some big physical changes, but as big as the physical changes have been, the mental ones have been so much bigger and so much more important to me. I found 2 videos has been a big part of like me fixing my mindset and not just helping with training and nutrition, but also helping with my mindset as well. So I found them so helpful, and if I can help anyone else that is dealing with anything similar, then that'd be great as well. So just to give you some background, I have dealt with my weight my entire life. The first time I got called like fat was back in grade 6, and I remember because I was sitting on my floor bawling my eyes out. My mom came in and asked why I was crying, and when I told her, it was like I had just figured out something that she had already known. It was honestly like absolutely heartbreaking, probably more so for her than me. But right after that, I went on my first diet, and it was Simply for Life. It was pretty much you go and they weigh you once a week. They give you a menu book, you cook food. That was back in grade 6 though, so I was super embarrassed about it. Since then, I did lose weight originally doing that, but I've been up and down ever since. My heaviest was 180 pounds, so 82 kgs. And that was like first year uni as well as in high school. And when I show people photos of me back then, like everyone just jaw dropped and like super surprised because I don't look like that anymore. But for me, that's the image of myself I've been dealing with my entire life. And it's kind of like going into high school is when things got really bad. So in high school, I developed an eating disorder. I started making myself sick after just about every single meal. It got so bad to the point where I actually didn't get my period for a full year. And as bad as the physical side effects are, I think that the mental stuff is so much worse. And I think anyone who has gone through something similar, and I think a lot more people than anyone realizes have gone through this and have dealt with this, know that the mental effects, I think, are so much worse. Like, you hold it with you for so long after, like, it really eats away at your self-esteem and your self-confidence and your self-worth. And that's something that I've been dealing with since then, probably over the last decade. But fast forward to now, and I genuinely am so happy and I'm so grateful and so confident in myself now. And it's just such a difference from what I was before. And like I said, I've been up and down my whole life, and this is the first time that I've lost weight and I've actually been happy with myself and just been like generally in a good place. And I think that my mental health has had like such a big aspect, such a big part in me losing weight physically. And this was the first time I actually worked on my mental health just as much as my physical health. And I really think they do go hand in hand. So I think anyone trying to lose weight needs to be working on their mental health just as much as their physical, because it does all go hand in hand. That being said, I'm not going to take this video to talk about the things I did to lose weight physically. I'm just going to talk about the stuff that I did mentally that made a difference. Because like I said, I think your mindset is so much more important, and you really need to be working on that just as much as the physical and health aspects of it. So I'm just going to go over 3 of the big things that I did that I think made a big difference in my mindset and how I went from like being in that bad place to being in a good one now. Like even just like probably a month or 2 ago, on my Snapchat memories popped up a photo on Snapchat from like a year ago of me at the gym, and it was like, oh, I hate to look at myself. I hate like looking at myself in the mirror. Like, this is so shit. And like I was actually so surprised seeing that, because I was like, wow, like I would never think that about myself now, and I would never say that about myself now. So that was just kind of like a big difference in how I was then to now. Another thing I remember doing was I Googled medicine that had the side effect of weight loss, and I went into the doctor's office and tried to get prescribed that so that I could lose weight using medicine. Ironically, it was bulimia that I went in for, so it wasn't that far off from the truth. But that just kind of goes to show like your mental state and how like bad of a place I was in back then compared to now. Again, I would never do that stuff now. I would never speak to myself that way now. And like I was honestly so surprised seeing that Snapchat memory, because like that isn't me at all anymore. So that was surprising to see. But anyway, so like here are a couple things that I've done that have like really made a difference in my life, and hopefully they can make a difference in yours too. So the first thing is love yourself now, just as much now as you think you will at the end. My whole life I've associated my happiness with my weight. I used to think that once I got to my goal weight or my goal body, then I'd be happy and everything would just come together for me. But that's not how it works. I used to speak down to myself, belittle myself, and just was so mean to myself because I thought like the only way I'd be happy would be once I hit my goal weight. And that's just not how things go. You need to love yourself and speak kindly to yourself just as much now as you think you will at your end goal. Your scale is not a measurement of your happiness, and it never will be. One of the biggest things that kind of opened my eyes up to this was back like 6 months ago. Well, first of all, so I'm a big reader. I used to read mostly just fiction books, and I probably just recently switched over to more self-help books and stuff. But the first book that I read that really made me want to go and better myself was Eat, Pray, Love. And the pray portion of the book got me into meditation. So about 6 months ago, I went to a class in Darlinghurst here in Sydney. And one thing that one of the teachers said that has always stuck with me and always will was, if your friends spoke to you the way you spoke to yourself, would you still be friends with them? And I just kind of really thought about that and realized that no, I don't speak to my friends like that, A. B, my friends don't speak to me like that, so why am I speaking to myself like that? And I just became really aware of how I was speaking to myself, the way I was talking about myself to myself, and how I was speaking about myself to others. And I just kind of realized that it wasn't okay and I should not be speaking to myself like that. So I became really conscious of how I spoke to myself and just really worked on that. So I really highly suggest you kind of start paying attention to how you speak to yourself. While you're getting ready to go out, or while you're in the morning in the shower or something like that, just pay attention to the thoughts you're having. And if you are having one that's negative, try and turn it into something positive. And even if it takes staring in a mirror and saying, I'm beautiful 20 times over, do it, do what you have to do. Just really pay attention to how you speak to yourself, because it does make a difference. And that's probably one of the bigger things that really opened my eyes up and made me really work on my relationship with myself, and kind of gave me a little more self-love and just got me to where I am now. So that one's really important, I think. The second one is care less what other people think. I've wasted so much of my time caring way too much what other people think, seeking validation, seeking approval. Even when I was trying to lose weight originally, half the time I wasn't doing it just for me, I was doing it for other people's perceptions of me. I also thought when I lose, when I have the perfect body, then this guy will like me, or then these people will be nice to me, I'll fit in, da-da-da. That's not the case. You just make sure that you are losing weight for you and you only. Don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it for the perceptions of others or anything like that. Just do it for you, focus on you, and just make it all about you. Especially when it comes to going to the gym and stuff. I know a lot of people are scared to go to the gym because they don't want to look silly and they're scared of what other people are thinking. But if someone is judging you, it says so much more about them than it ever will about you. And most of the time they probably aren't even judging you. When I first started going to the gym, I used to get so intimidated because it was my university gym, and it was all the football team was there, so I would never go in the weight room. Now I live in the weight section, and I used to only ever wear baggy tees and baggy shorts, and I only wear crop tops and tight leggings now, and that's what I'm most confident and most comfortable in. So that's what I wear. I also sweat profusely. If you think I'm sweating a lot now, you should see me at the gym. I literally look like I've peed myself, and I used to get so embarrassed about that, but I'm not embarrassed about it anymore, and I just kind of go out and own it. And everyone's there doing the same thing. Everyone's had their first day at the gym, everyone's had their first week at the gym, everyone's had their first month at the gym, and no one is thinking about what you're doing. They're probably just focused on what they're doing. So just kind of let go of what other people think of you. I almost didn't even do this video because I was almost chickened out and I was too scared about what other people would think and making myself look silly. But at the end of the day, just follow your bliss and do what makes you happy, because that's what everyone else is doing as well. So number 3 is surround yourself with good people. Always surround yourself with good friends and good family. You always know who your real friends are, and you know, if you tell them that you want to improve an aspect of your life, they're normally going to be supportive of that and want to help you with that. Like when I originally wanted to lose weight, my mom's always been supportive of that, and she's always tried to help me with that. She's really healthy herself, so that's always been something she's been good at. She's a nurse, so she's always been supportive of that. And same with my friends. Like when I told a select of my friends that I wanted to do this, they were like, do it, like, you've got to do it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so just really make sure you surround yourself with those kind of people, and be thankful and grateful for those ones that you do have. And if you have friends that are making you feel less than, or people that are just making you feel down, like, it's okay to cut people out, or just kind of like space yourself from certain people. Like, you don't have to feel bad about doing that. Like, you've got to protect your energy and take care of yourself. But just really be grateful and thankful for the good friends that you do have. I'm very lucky with my roommate and my best friend Paige, because she's so supportive of everything I do, and she pushes me to be better. And even sometimes when I don't even realize it myself, she helps me get to where I need to be. Like, I didn't realize how bad my relationship with food was until she kind of called me out on it and was like, that's not okay. Like, the way you are with food is just not, like, we're gonna work on that. And that's exactly what she did. And then over the last 3 months, she's been working with me on that, and I've gotten so much better. Like, I used to sit in bed and list off everything I'd eaten and been like, is that healthy, is this okay, like, blah blah blah, or beat myself up for eating a bag of chips or something like that. But she really worked on that with me and kind of opened my eyes to my relationship with food. And now it's a 180. I'm so much better now. I still have a binge eat sometimes, because you slip up, everyone slips up sometimes. But when I do binge eat, I accept it, I move on, and I don't bring it into the next day with me, whereas I used to kind of hold it with me, and I'd continue to beat myself up, not only just right after, but the next day. Now if I have a binge day, or a binge night or something like that, I don't beat myself up about it. I'm just you know what, it happens, tomorrow is a new day, and I move on. So it is really important to surround yourself with people like that, and good, supportive people. And you always know who your real friends are and who your close friends are, and they 9 out of 10 times will always be supportive of you. Yeah, anyway, so those are the 3 things that have just made a really big difference in my life. And like I said, the physical changes have been big, but the mental ones have been so much bigger and so much more important to me. And I really do think that it does go hand in hand. So anyone looking to lose weight, please try just focusing on your mental health just as much, because it really does make such a difference. And yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you have any questions, just post it below. Also, if anyone has dealt with or is currently dealing with something similar and needs someone to talk to or an ear to listen, feel free to message me. My Instagram's there. I'm happy to help in any way I can. You're not alone. A lot of people have gone through it, and I'm happy to help, and I'm happy to listen if you need it. Or if anyone dealing with anything similar, mindset-wise or anything like that, just needs someone to talk to or anything like that, feel free to message me. Anyway, thanks again for watching. It means a lot. All right, bye.